key. That's the thought process for Jones. Then to Johnson. Inside, ball put on the floor to O'Brien. Swings it back out to Armstrong for 3. And he hits it. Oh, what a pose.
He served that up from way downtown. And did you know that B-Dot is a chef?
No, I didn't.
He is actually a very good chef. He's actually
Have you tasted his food?
a celebrated chef, as a matter of fact.
Have you tasted his food?
Not yet, but I believe he's going to be doing some cooking for us at some point in time.
Okay, in the meantime, let's see what he can cook up with this. A dish can be handled somewhat. Ball thrown to Johnson outside the arc. And just some clarification, though. 3-pointer from Jones.
Off the mark on that.
Yeah, rebounded by Wilson. Walker was there, ball put down on the floor. And you said about this man, Dixon Green, one of the better halves on the back court. Oh, that's a block by O'Brien on Wilson.
O'Brien has come and he means business because he's wearing black socks today. He left the purple socks.
Is it purple or pink? Did we get clarification on that?
I think they're lilac.
What? That's not
I'm not even sure how you get a color like lilac.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know. I know red.
He's sporting the black socks today.
Oh, well, it's just a little pink or purple in there, though.
Okay.
I think it's on the shoe more so than anything else. Oh, that's
nice ball fake there by Berhanen.
He lays it off to Dixon Green. Dishes out to Wilson. A jumper from Wilson. Does not make it. Tussler down court on the rim. Lays it off back to Wilson between the two defenders.
Nice play.
Oh, could not finish. Could not finish on that.
Wilson showing some excellent hang time right there. He made a nice little pump fake, took it all the way to the hoop. Unfortunately, didn't get the drop, but will be at the line to shoot too.
Yeah, good pass off by Forbes, though, to find Wilson. Some clarification, though, to be honest, in terms of who will be seeded number 1.
Okay.
And you know that two teams at the present time, the Waves and Horizon, they have 4 wins from 5 games played. Now, this is the 6th and final round. In the preliminary, the final games of the preliminary round are tonight.
So will tonight's game be counted in the assessment of who's going to be number 1?
Yeah, obviously, because if they did 5 wins. Now, if both teams win, both will have 5 wins. However, it will be the average against each other, lose the number of points you score, number of points you concede. It's a goal steal by Johnson. Dishes out to Jones. Bounce pass back to Johnson. He turned away. Back to Jones. Puts it on the floor. Then to the big man himself.
Dominic.
A jumper from Dominic. The foul underneath, though. Then by O'Brien. But it's the average of points between the two teams.
Okay.
Not with everyone, as we suspected, but between the two teams, how they're played.
Right.
The results of the two teams have played twice.
Okay.
So if they finish both teams winning with 5 wins, it will be Horizon the number 1 seed.
Okay.
Because they have, I think, a 20-point or 18-point average. Oh, underneath to the big man. Walker. Who hooks it in.
And you have spoken about his light touch under there.
Yeah. He has had some issues, as we pointed out. A jumper from Johnson. And a rebound.
And just to remember, a number of these players are semi-professional and professional players in other leagues all over the globe right now. So while they are giving their all out there, they're certainly playing as carefully as they can so they don't go back with any injuries to those leagues.
Yeah. Jones guards at the ball for the Storm. Storm searching for what? Their 3rd victory. Bounce pass inside. O'Brien couldn't handle it. Eventually he did. Trying to turn on the big man who blocks him. Walker stands tall. Came off the body of O'Brien, though, so it's going to be Waves ball.
Well, yeah, and I'm gonna defer and say yes. I understand that Walker has his injuries and stuff, but he's still playing pretty strong.
Yeah. Well, he's a tall, strong individual, though, but when he attacks the rim, some persons say that it should actually...
Nice dish by the big man.
Two-hand jam from Wilson.
Wilson has missed a few dunks in the league so far, so he had to make sure that one went in.
Yes, he did. Armstrong. But when he attacks the rim, when we're talking about Walker, he doesn't attack it as strong as he should, many may say. And we did have a word with him off camera.
Let's say as strong as he could.
A jumper from Jones. Oh, that's an air ball. Forbes carries up court. He's attacking. Oh, round the back. And no finish there. They're tossing for the ball. O'Brien getting the better of Wilson. And I think it will. No, let me not talk.
No.
You taught me that the other day.
Yes.
I think it will go the way of the Storm, though.
It's going to go the way the referee indicates right now.
And it's a Storm. Searching for their third win, as pointed out before.
And it's all even right now.
Yeah, 5 apiece. Jones bounce pass to Johnson. Who looks on, though, as Armstrong in his sights on O'Brien. He cuts inside towards the rim, and he's fouled. He shoot 2. So being aggressive there is Johnson for the Storm. Attacking the rim. He shoot 2 from the line.
Wilson is a tactful player. Doesn't make a whole lot of errant mistakes, and very fundamentally sound in his game. As a point guard, he's a type of point guard you like to see. He distributes when he needs to distribute, and he's able to put points on the board if he needs to.
Yeah.
Plays very good defense, keeps his feet, keeps moving in front of his opponent. So an all-around solid player.
And Johnson hitting the first. And you didn't know I could run that fast, did you?
I did not. I was amazed.
So was I. I was moving. Well, Johnson hitting both from the line.
I'm just hoping I don't have to call the paramedics.
No, you don't.
Yeah, all right.
Well, the referee's on hand, Paolo Simpson. Wilson attacking the rim. Oh, a floater from Wilson. Nothing but the net.
Nice floater from Wilson.
But on Saturday, I saw him over at GC Foster College. He was doing some long jump in the long jump competition. Yes. Jones, bounce pass to Dominic. Swings it back out to Jones. Thought about the 3. Back inside to Dominic. Puts it on the floor and goes up, and he's partially blocked by Walker. And it will go the way of the Waves. Referee Paolo Simpson says to pronounce his name correctly.
Paolo.
Okay.
So does he want to say it with an accent? How you could call him Paolo?
Paolo Simpson.
Blocked by O'Brien.
Yeah. Edward Marshall is the next. You'll see
and Kevin Herbert should round out the 3. O'Brien sits down, and the nice young gentleman, Okuga, checks in.
Yeah, I don't know why you have to look at me when he's called the name Okuga.
Well, just to recall the fact that you got his name wrong.
Under the floater. Rebounded by LaShane Wilson, and a foul down below.
Is it a foul, or was it knocked out of bounds? I think it was knocked out of bounds.
Knocked out of bounds?
Yes.
I thought the whistle came before the ball landed on the floor, so that was a quick call.
That was a quick.
Dixon Green for the Waves. Inside, ball puts on the floor by Walker. Dishes outside, Forbes, top of the key. Dixon Green changes the lane. And dishes a floater now. And the shot clock violation.
Ran out of time.
Walker, he went for the alley-oop though, but you know that Walker is not as mobile as he should.
Yeah.
So that I don't think he could have actually reached. He would have to take a step in and then
Yeah, he was probably going to take a step and put that up off the glass, or even just stop where he was and put it off the glass.
Beat out Armstrong inside.
Nice
brilliantly. But to Johnson.
And that's the court vision of B-Dot. Able to make that extra pass just now to get Johnson up for that nice slam on the finish.
Berhanen goes by 2 and slammed home. Oh, he went through the back door and slammed home.
Well, one member of the dynamic duo didn't need any help with that move.
No, Armstrong is inside. We're looking for Kuga, but Kuga moved from that position, cut inside, thought he was going to give him under the rim, but the pass was made. LaShane Wilson's left hand deflected it out.
Okuga is a nimble kind of player, so he keeps moving. He's one of those non-stop players that keeps moving. So he saw the defender, made that extra bounce, step inside, unfortunately, or...
Dominic trying to go around. I said try. He went around but could not finish.
Luckily, the pass was knocked out of bounds, but...
Dixon Green, a steal by Johnson. holds up the play. This is to Dominic, the big man, driving towards the rim and laying in with the left hand, going by Forbes and Verhanen.
And that's what I mean by the fundamental soundness of Johnson. .200 miles an hour.
Oh, come on. You're an NFL player and the ball is thrown to you from 10 yards. They're not going to throw it up to you like a lob.
I'm going to happily say we're playing basketball.
Oh, yeah. you can happily say that, though. Akade comes in. Wilson gets a rest. Akade wearing the number 32 jersey. Oh, the big man is under the rim. And, oh, beautiful again. The hook from Walker.
Literally, he avoided the contact, made the step, and made the light hook. So I think he's protecting himself, especially based on the injury. So,
yeah,
a smart play.
Almost stolen from Dominic. Jones recovers, swings it to Armstrong. Armstrong, Forbes is there, and he calls for the foul, though, Forbes. So Armstrong will shoot two.
Forbes bailed them out on that shot.
That's a bailout?
That's a bailout. They were way too low on the shot clock. B-Dot had to throw that up, and the throw that he was throwing it up certainly would not have connected with anything. It would have been another violation, another turnover, shot clock violation, and because of the foul, they got bailed out. Now they have an opportunity to shoot two from the line.
Well, in the lower end of your screen, Ron Robinson, the coach of the Waves, look on. Verhanen also standing beside Paolo.
Paolo.
Yeah. I'm just going to say Simpson.
Referee Simpson.
Referee Simpson.
Not Bart.
Yeah, because he came over to me, it's Paolo. Okay.
Get it right.
Akade, taking off his shirt.
Is there a challenge with the shirt underneath?
Yeah.
Because of the black and the Storm wearing black?
Yeah. I think that's the right call to make, though, by the referees.
Levy's going to replace him until he can get back.
So Levy comes in, they're in the number 11 jersey, as Armstrong makes the first. Akade putting on the shirt, as pointed out by my co-commentator. He had the black undershirt, and his opponents are wearing black. So it might fool the referees at one point or another in a quick play. Forbes carries the ball up court for the Waves, and he goes towards the rim, and he slowed it down somewhat, though. Seemed like he was in third gear, and he backed off in second gear before laying it in.
Well,
Dominic on the other end
doing the same thing,
answering, and however Walker's put him to the line for a three-point play.
So both teams showing you they can drive the lane. One side it's the point guard who you expect it from, the other side it's the big man who you're happy to see moves like that from.
Yeah, Dominic has been coming off the bench somewhat, getting a nod this afternoon for the Storm. And if the Storm wins this matchup, though, they'll still be third.
It would be their third win.
Yeah, they will still be third. No matter what happens, they will still be third. If they lose, they will still be third.
Okay.
If they win, they'll still be third.
Okay.
The next team behind them, the Rivers have no win from 4 games or 5 games played.
So whether they win or not,
they'll still be third.
Okay.
And the 2 teams ahead of them are 2 wins ahead of them.
Right.
So they will still be third. Levy thought of a 3, puts it ball on the floor. Turnaround jumper from Levy.
Nice.
Can't make it. Akuga gets the rebound. Dishes off to the big man Dominique. Puts the ball on the floor. Back outside to Jones.
Set up in a 2-3.
Bounce pass to Akuga. Shot clock winding down. Dominique can't make that shot. And Akade, who's back on the court, recovers. It's for the Waves.
Yes, he does.
Berhanen. Dixie Green. Puts the ball on the floor. A jumper from Dixie Green. In and out. Armstrong. Bounce pass. Johnson back to Armstrong for 3. Oh, the chef can't cook it up this afternoon. But he certainly can dish it out when it matters most.
When it matters, he's there.
Are you sure he's a chef, though?
Yes, he's a chef.
Chef assistant?
Nope, he's a chef.
Because he can dish well.
He's a full-fledged chef.
Okay. Gourmet chef, a burger chef. There are different types of chef, you know.
You can ask him when you go down.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I spoke to him last week, though, on Saturday. If I knew this, I would have asked him to serve up something for us today.
Okay, well.
Yeah, we missed
now
out.
You know. And
Well, the Paolo Simpson in the middle of the referees. On the right, Edward Marshall. They call him Ted. And on the left, Mr. Herbert.
Mr. Herbert. He doesn't look like a Paolo, though.
But he says he is.
Okay.
He doesn't sound like a Paolo either. But he says he is. That's his name.
Right.
So there you see Mr. Brown with his, O'Neill Brown with his troops. That's for the Storms. After a timeout has been called. Not much changes happening though. Akuga still on the court. Jones started it, so did Dominic. The one change made so far from the starting 5 for the Storm.
Yeah.
Coach Robinson on the next end for the Waves on his seat and his magic board. Was talking to his players. He believes though that he can win it all.
He does think he can, and he does have an opportunity to. He has the personnel to do it, so let's see what happens. And as we get down to this stage in the competition, I believe the players are a little more gelled. They're a little more organized.
Yeah.
They're a little bit more familiar with each other. And the ball game should be a whole lot more fluid for all teams.
Dixie Green puts the ball on the floor.
Ooh.
He wanted to just flick it over to Parks.
He was trying to work the give and go with well, the give.
Yeah, because he wasn't going to go back to him. He was carrying the 2 defenders with him.
Yeah.
And then just shoved it over both. But it did not work out. He was fouled. He'll shoot 2 at the line.
Yeah.
Does not make the first, Dixie Green. They trail by 3. The Storm with a 3-point lead here in this first quarter.
They've gone away from what they did in the last game. The last game, they had fewer touches for Berhanen in the opening quarter. Now they're kind of just flowing with it.
Bounce pass inside to Dominique, who's double teamed. Now he's not. Goes against Parks, double teamed once more, but Parks with a rebound. And he has replaced Walker.
While giving up the size advantage, Parks certainly isn't making it easy for Dominique underneath.
And then to Parks, who lays
Very
it
nice.
in. Very good work there from Dixie Green.
Very nice.
So Parks comes in and gets his first 2 off the glass. Akuga. Oh, it's stolen by Levy. Dixie Green holds up the play. I thought he was going to repay Levy. Oh, he shook Dominic. Levy.
Berhanen on the far side out of the play
A
because
sweet jumper there from Levy with a 2.
yeah, Berhanen was out of the play. I think he had to adjust his shoe or something. But it certainly didn't matter because Levy took advantage of it.
Johnson then to Armstrong. Well, it mattered to him. Armstrong goes around Levy, a jumper, or could not finish. Rebound by Akade. Berhanen. Still Berhanen, twisting and turning. Lays it off to Levy for 3. Does not make it.
Oh, Dominique goes down behind Parks.
But so too does Parks. Akuga goes between 2 defenders, lays it off to the big man Dominic, and a block coming from Akade.
Very nice dish. Very nice dish there. Okuga made the step, caused his defender to come at him and commit. That left Dominic on the low post open, and Okuga got it to him. Unfortunately, he didn't finish, but he still has a chance for 2 at the line.
Yeah.
So, as I said, all teams looking a lot more settled. You notice the ball game doesn't even feel as rushed as it did in the last few games. So now all the teams have put all the time that they've had together to use and are now playing with a little more cohesion.
Well, Jeffrey Bay being introduced this for the Storm. He's number 32. And on the other end, that seems like it's Brown coming in. Number 30 jersey for the Waves.
And number 30, Jermaine Brown. Haven't seen very much of him in the competition.
Not at all. As Dominique makes the first. Want to level proceedings here. However, he misses the second. Rebound by Parks. Akade. Dixon Green. Oh, pick set by Parks.
Ooh,
And then
I
a
saw
jump
him.
shot, an air ball.
He backpedaled. He kind of drifted back, and that kind of pulled his shot down. He didn't commit to the shot. I think he was expecting to look to see or find somebody on the baseline, and no one moved. So he just ended up just shooting the shot anyway.
Yeah, Dominique. Puts the ball on the floor. Parks is there. Oh, that was a wild shot. Levy gets possession for the Waves. Dixon Green. Armstrong. All the picks comes across. Parks once again. And a Cougar foul.
Make that nice little fake. Got his man jumping.
More ways than one.
Now he just has to finish 2 at the line. And the game is really, really close.
Yes, it is.
And both teams are playing with purpose and conviction. There aren't that many wild moves on the floor.
Yeah. I don't hear any pot covers, though, tonight.
Well, I don't think we're at the pot covers match.
Oh, not as yet. Oh, I was wondering.
The pot covers seem to only come out for the horizon.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I don't know if any of the other teams don't have any pots or covers.
Armstrong for 3. Rebound by Leo. The ball went outside. It's going to be Storm's ball. Levy had a chance to go for it. You see Brown on your screen. Levy, that's the number 11 jersey. Jefferson Bay, he goes in, does not want to inbound the ball. Johnson will do the honors. Armstrong goes around Levy. Whistle coming. Reaching foul by Levy. They're not over the limit. They'll take it to the side. 2-point lead by the Waves.
So regardless of what happens here, the Waves will have an opportunity for a shot before the quarter winds down. Or they should.
Exactly. Johnson dishes out. Turnaround jumper. Rebounded by Brown, but they waved it off.
Seems like a call on Royal.
As Brown. So Brown was called for the foul, push off.
Full court defense to avoid the shot.
Well, that 3-pointer. This from Dixon Green to close out the first quarter. And you can say that 19-17 is the lead for the Waves. Your thoughts?
It looks good. It's a good-looking game so far. Tight game. Both teams are playing very steady basketball. Not rushing too much, making plays. They're working the give and go. Both teams trying to work all of the offense that they've been working on during practice and so on. Playing tight defense. It's an evenly matched game right now.
Yeah, even a match, though. Not many changes coming from one end. I'm talking about the Storm end. They started out with Brian Armstrong, Dominique getting the start, Johnson and Jones also getting the nod. The thing is that normally would use Millis,
yes,
but Millis did not get the nod. Dominique gets the nod this evening, but they haven't changed that much in terms of the starting or the backcourt. The backcourt of Johnson, Jones, and B. Armstrong.
Mm-hmm. Well, what would happen is teams would look at the first time they played or when they played the team the last time, and they would see what worked, what didn't work, and what they needed to improve on. So that would kind of explain why they made some of the changes that they would have made and why they didn't make some of the changes that they could have made.
Yeah, just a reminder though, that if the Waves win, they'll win. They'll move to 5 wins. Well, they will win.
Wait.
You want to start from the top?
Wait, so if the Waves win,
they win.
They actually win.
They win, yeah.
Wow.
First and foremost. And they move to 5 wins. However, they have to wait to see the second game with the Horizon and the Rivers. If the Horizon beats the Rivers or loses to the Rivers, then the number 1 seed will be the Waves.
Okay. So let's just lay it out here. Yeah. Okay. So if Waves win this game, they still have to wait to see what happens in the Horizon game.
Right.
If the Waves lose in this game, they would still have to see what happens in the Horizon game? No?
No.
Okay.
Because what happened, the better goal average between the 2 teams, a Horizon. So if the Waves even lose this game and end with 4, even if Horizon lose the next game,
they're still ahead.
They're still ahead, based because they use the goal average between the 2 teams.
Got it.
When they met twice.
Got it. Okay.
So in the meantime,
so
second quarter,
we could almost say the Waves have everything to prove to make this happen.
Well, let's see.
Everything to work for. Nice.
Dixon Green banks it home and will shoot 1 from the line. Having the word with Parks, saying he has the vision he pointed to. And Berhanen has been missing from the party somewhat.
Yes, he has.
Has not been the aggressive Berhanen we have grown to see and grown to admire.
Well, what I would say is that if he's missing now, he'll turn up when he needs to.
Yes, he will.
But he's certainly there on defense.
Yeah, Royal with the rebound. Johnson. Oh, up and under from Johnson. Can't finish. Tip in.
By Royal.
By Royal, who's on the court.
Hard-working Royal.
And everyone has seen that. He's a man that knows about the blue-collar work. Berhanen. He works extremely hard. 3 for Berhanen. Rebounded by Parks. Came off his hand, though. It was poked out.
Battled for by Parks, but unfortunately, the last touch came off of the Storm.
Inside, or outside, pardon me, Berhanen.
Ooh.
Oh, his pass.
Not a good pass there from Berhanen.
Switching
Saw the
from right to
intention,
left. Yeah.
but should have held it back.
But you have to be careful when making those passes, though. Berhanen, turnaround jumper. Oh.
He had Johnson all up in his grill for that, so there was nowhere going with that one.
Royal.
Although he could have made it. I've seen him make shots like that this competition.
Royal dishes outside. Jeffrey swings it to Johnson. Inside. Oh,
good quick release from Royal.
But Royal on his second attempt gets the better of Akade, lays it in. Well, the quick release.
The first quick release from Royal looked very good. Unfortunately, didn't go down.
But Akade got a hand to it.
He did. But as the blue-collar worker that he is, he went back for his board, put it back in reverse.
Dixon Green once again.
So the dynamic duo trading efforts. Last game, we had a lot out of Berhanen. This game, we're getting a lot out of Dixon Green.
Some changes made and some players being brought in. We spoke about not a lot of changes were made to the Storm in that first quarter. However, Jones still on the court. Armstrong there. Royal now being introduced. Forbes on the court. So to Johnson. Johnson has not gone to rest just yet. And he does not make the three-point play. Dixon Green. And then you hear Johnson. Johnson thought of it passing. Instead, he floated and not necessarily float again. Berhanen swings to the right to Dixon Green, attacking the basket. Offensive foul. So you can see Edward Marshall having a word with Dixon Green. You know what's being said. Well, he threw the ball away, though. He's explaining something to Dixon Green, what the call was. So Edward Marshall, they call him Ted, a coach, referee, former player. As Armstrong carries the ball up court. The pick set by Royal. Jones puts the ball on the floor, surrounded by 2-3. A jumper from Jones, rebounded by Dixon Green.
Good-looking jumper from Jones, just couldn't connect and finish.
Attacking again is Dixon Green. He has been doing that all night long, and he'll shoot two.
Yes, indeed. Dixon Green, the other half of the dynamic duo, Berhanen, Dixon Green, are the two players there that we talk about. We call them the dynamic duo. So right now, it's Dixon Green's time to shine.
Seems so. Berhanen has taken the foot off the pedal of the pedal to.
He just handed over the wheels. He just handed over the steering and said, "Okay, Dixon, you go right now."
He hasn't been making his free throws though. Missing another one. Not getting the rhythm he thinks he needs or he wants. Missing both. Rebounded by Walker.
Walker with a bad
Akade aggressive
right there.
And laying it in, a floater from Akade.
A little lazy from Walker.
Jones swings it back to Armstrong. Jones, bounce pass inside to Dominic, 2 turns. Puts the ball on the floor, attacking, lays it off to Jones on the top of the key. Does not make the 3. Tip out, but right over to Dixon Green. Lays out to Berhanen. A lob, oh, can't finish. One-handed jam, that was the intention with the alley-oop. But Johnson goes by Walker, dishes outside. Royal.
Wisely pulls it out.
Armstrong goes around Forbes and the Dixon Green and lays it in.
What do you say about that dish? Served sweet. All right. But what we see a lot of working on the offensive end for the Storm.
Oh, a steal by Armstrong.
As Armstrong comes up with that steal.
Inside to Royal. Oh, a block by Berhanen from behind. Royal going up royally, not going up strong as he could.
Well, he thought he had the men beat.
Thought doesn't matter.
He was moving. He thought he had it. Went up. Wasn't that weak or go up either. But the block was a little bit stronger.
Yeah, a little bit.
A lot of it?
A lot of it. If there's such a term, which there's not.
But what I'm saying, from the offensive end, the plays that I'm seeing working, I see Jones and Dominic for the Storm working a 1-2 punch that they're trying to get going. And it's worked for them before. Dominic got some points out of it. But Jones coming up short on the shot every now and again. But it just goes to show you the chemistry and the cohesion that has started to form and gel with all the teams.
Well, what's happening now, though you're pointing that all out, however, I'm a little bit concerned with Berhanen, though, and the shooting of Dixon Green. Now, we spoke about the talent of both the backcourt. However, Dixon Green is attacking the rim. That's obvious. He's going to the line. But if he's attacking the rim, going to the line and can't convert, then what difference does it make? I mean, yes, you send your opponent to a foul, in foul trouble.
Yeah.
But apart from that, you need to score.
Well, what eventually we hope will happen is Berhanen will reignite. And pretty much the focus is now on Dixon Green. So they've kind of taken their eyes off of Berhanen for a little bit. So when Berhanen does make that flourish back into the foray, I'm pretty sure he's going to have some easy runs early out especially.
Well, he's been asked to... No, he hasn't. Armstrong for 3. Rebounded by Berhanen. And he walks the ball up court. Akade. Start the first game, a jumper by Akade. He makes it.
Getting into rhythm. What a nice shot.
Bounce pass, Dominique. Trying to go around, dishes outside for 3. Oh, that's sweet. From Jones.
Mr. Jones, a 6'2" point guard out of the United States.
Berhanen. Dishes outside to Akade for 3. He wants the answer, and he does just that. Akade answering from the right.
Akade with his online fan club. Greetings to all our online viewers as well.
Oh, yeah. Special good day to you. Dominique puts the ball on the floor anywhere you're watching across the globe. Jones once again. Oh, that's an air ball. It will be Waves ball, though. They lead 30-26, a lead by 4. A reminder, though, the final round of preliminary games tonight. Then the semifinals will be played on Friday, and the final and third place playoff on Sunday.
Dixon slapped away by Armstrong.
Johnson. Oh, he loses a handle, but won back by Jones. Bounce pass inside to O'Brien. O'Brien is blocked by Walker. Get that out of here, says Walker.
Shows you he doesn't have to be all wild to just...
All wild?
Well, he's certainly not...
Wild?
Yeah.
Jumper from Dominique, rebounded Dixon Green. Dixon Green has been attacking the rim, dishes out to Akade. Not the greatest pass at all. Berhanen puts the ball on the floor, and inside was looking for Walker. Akade for 3. Air ball from Akade. Armstrong between 2 defenders. Another wild ball. I think it came off the body, though, of Akade, so it should be Storm's ball.
See, now that was wild. But Walker was just not wild.
Your description has been the best.
Spot on.
Oh, Armstrong
nice.
Trying to do a little bit too much, though. Lost the handle, was trying to go around 2 or 3 defenders.
Nice touch by Forbes. The defense is really tight.
Both teams.
On both teams' end.
Turnaround jumper from Johnson. And he makes it.
Beautiful.
Woo!
Sweet. Nice release. Fundamentally sound player right there.
Berhanen attacking the rim from the side and gets the tip in. Was right there. The tip it in was Walker.
Told you he doesn't have to be wild.
Are you going to say that for the entire night?
No,
I'm just
for now.
asking, though. I'm just asking. Jones, Akade, bounce pass, moving Johnson. Johnson turns the corner looking for Dominique under the rim, but he was not fast enough.
The defense read it, though, and that's why they're able to adjust and make the
Berhanen for 3. No, he does not make it. Rebound by Dominique, you're saying?
I was saying that the defense reacted in just enough time to deflect that. Nice block.
Nice block. The ball swung down. This to Berhanen, who banks it home. (34-28), 6-point lead. Jones. Armstrong goes by 1 defender, but gave it away. A turnover. Berhanen taking his sweet time and dunked it over.
Oh, he got the dunk. He stopped and waited.
Well, he was winding up for the windmill. And hand was not broke. Oh, break down in the defense, but can't finish his Armstrong.
Ooh. Berhanen saying, look at me.
Yes, indeed. Dixon Green for 3. Oh, that's wild, but it was gathered by Walker, who laid it home. He has been a garbage man this evening. 10-point lead, Waves over the Storm in the second quarter.
Now we see a little bit more energy on the side of the Waves.
Armstrong inside to Dominique. Dominique tried to go around. Walker was not successful. But Dominique recovers. A lot of scrambling going on for 3. Oh, that's an air ball. And standing on the line was Walker, and a turnover going the way of the Storm.
Not his fault. He just didn't see where he was.
And that's not his fault?
He just didn't see where he was.
Fine, but whose fault is that? If you're not looking where you're positioned, it's the line's fault?
It's the line's fault.
The line just jumped out at him.
I blame the line.
Oh, my word. Bounce pass to a Cougar. Dishes outside.
Wisely did not take that shot, Dominique.
Armstrong puts it on his right, inside to Dominique. Turn around.
Because that's
Floater.
where he's more effective.
Yeah. Woo! I thought he was stamping to say I scored, but he's stamping to say, oh, the shoes is off. He's stumbling to actually put back the shoe on.
That's going to take some putting on. That's a big shoe, too.
Yeah. Should be.
Big shoe for a big man.
Well, is it on now?
It's on, but he has to tie the laces now.
And it's put up the back. Well, let's see. Finally. Finally. But, I mean, no action was going on. They're mopping the floor. Referee.
Are you sure we weren't just being entertained by the shoe?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Did I answer quick enough?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. Berhanen turns around. Johnson in defense. Over Johnson's hand. Finding Dixon Green almost lost the handle. And he came up though with some of the play, so it's a turnover. And stepping on the line, the mix-up between Akuga
Morris
and
stepped out of bounds.
Morris and Black. How tall is Morris? How tall is Black?
Morris is about 5'11".
And Black?
And Black is somewhere in the region of 5'11".
Dixon Green. Berhanen for 3. A rebound by Dominique. Finds Akuga. The move in Akuga. Attacking the rim and failed to finish. But Johnson's there. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Walker. Forbes. Cooling down the play. Dixon Green to his right. Inside to Berhanen. Oh, that's a shovel pass that shows a bounce pass, but can't finish. Dixon Green. Dominique comes away with it. Dishes outside to Armstrong for 3.
Needed it.
He makes it.
They needed it, and he got it.
Time winding down for the completion of the second quarter and the first half. Forbes fighting Berhanen. Oh, behind the back, inside to the big man who finishes.
Mr. Walker.
Walker walks and finishes, and he'll go to the line to complete a 3-point play.
Can I say that wasn't wild again?
You can say what?
That wasn't wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was expecting it.
But Berhanen has been doing the behind the back. That's one of his signature moves. He has a few, but that one is probably the most popular that we'll know Berhanen for.
Yeah.
And the defense just always falls for it.
Well, it's more so goes the body moves as Walker is short. Rebounded by Armstrong. Dishes for 3. Can't make the 3 though, Morris.
Akuga stepped on the line.
So Morris, who just came on last minute or so, going for the 3. He says it's 5'11".
5'11".
He looks as tall as I am.
Okay. I have a different opinion, though.
I know you do. Well, I'm not 5'11", though.
I know.
But he looks as tall as I am. Forbes, pull-up jumper, and does not make it. Rebounded by Johnson, who is off to the races. Coast to coast, that's his intention. He's fouled by Wilson. He'll shoot 2.
He just clearly showed a little bit more speed than Wilson just now. Wilson might have the air time and the hops. Johnson had the speed right there.
And they are going at it, though, searching for their 3rd win in the preliminaries. Referee Paolo Simpson is listening to what the player has to say. He'll shoot 2.
How often do you think a player's opinion or a player's shouts and scream changes the referee's decision?
Well, it doesn't change that decision. It makes the referee think when he makes another decision.
Oh, okay.
So you're not trying, well, I hope you're not trying to change that decision was just made. However, when something close to that happens again,
yeah,
make the referee think a little bit more.
Okay, so you're trying to plant seeds in the mind of the referee.
Yes, you are. Berhanen again, and he's fouled by Johnson, who puts up his hand. Referee Simpson making the signs to the desk, scorer's desk. 6-point lead for the Waves. Levy. Berhanen cuts, wants it, back to Levy. Puts the ball on the floor right away, goes around Morris. Oh, brings Dominic in the air.
Yes, Mr.
And
Levy.
finishing, banking off the glass.
I like the look at that.
B. Armstrong for 3. That was wild. Berhanen swings the ball down court. Brilliant pass. Lays it off to Forbes, who can't finish. And Wilson is there, who can't finish either. Armstrong again goes by Berhanen. He stepped to the line. He stepped on the line. Once he heard the whistle, he looked up in the air and said, oh my word, I stepped on the line. Line was there.
Line moved again?
The line moved again. So under a minute to go to complete the second quarter and the first half in the first game of a doubleheader. Berhanen dishes off to no one.
Mr. Berhanen, I saw what happened.
What did you see?
He was in the air uncommitted as to who he was going to give it to, had too many choices, clearly made the last one that he could have, which was not necessarily the best one because he was crowded. Forbes was crowded by defense right there.
Now, Johnson carries the ball up court. Oh, he goes by 2. Dishes under, up and under. That was from Martillier, is on the court. The last couple of seconds in the second quarter. He will shoot 2.
Didn't gather himself as well as I would have liked so that he could finish that move a little better. He went to try and throw the fake, but came up with a chance to shoot 2.
Well, Martillier does not get the bounce, so he misses the first. Time winding down. Does not make
rebound by the big man Dominic.
Oh, can't get it to go down. The rebound
stolen by B-Dot.
Armstrong acting like a thief tonight. Going by 1, going by 2, and finishing beautifully by Johnson. Berhanen attacking the rim right away. Not get the bounce. Rebounded by Dominic. Gets it back. Shot clock turned off. About 5 seconds to go. Berhanen, jumper, in and out. And Dominic rebounds and throws it down the court, thinking he was throwing it into a football goal. Well, that's the end of the second quarter and the first half, with the Waves leading 42-36 over the Storm. Let me hear what you have to say before we take a break.
Well, both coaches not having a whole lot to feel badly about. Their teams are doing way better in terms of their cohesion and their responsiveness to the offense and defensive requests from the coaches. And I'm liking what I'm seeing even more so now for the Waves, who have seemed to pull away with just a slight lead, but they've managed to keep their heads together on offense and defense and are making their shots. They're taking it inside. They're getting the defense to commit to the fouls, and they're making what they make at the line, but they're also just continuously rushing the boards. The Storm, on the other hand, are playing a little bit less than they want to, but they're still doing very well. I still give them props for actually holding it together this long and this tight with the Waves. So I'm looking for a little bit more of the give and go that they were doing in the first quarter. I'm looking for a little bit more in terms of their set and offensive rotation, and their defense, as always, just needs to stay as tight as it is. So it's a tight game. It's hard to call at this point.
Well, indeed, you hear the words from CC Courtney Campbell. Halftime, the score, it's the Waves leading over the Storm. I know the Storm searching for their third win in the final preliminary game, and the Waves searching for their fifth in the sixth round of the Elite One Caribbean Basketball League. The winter season happening at the National Arena on the grounds of Independence Park Limited in the beautiful country of Jamaica. We'll be back for second half action.
Dixon Green.
Oh, then Dixon Green, okay.
No, we won't even talk about your height.
Well, Wilson makes the first.
Leave well enough alone. Sometimes you got to leave it.
Yeah, I have.
Well, you didn't get it.
Well, he goes for the second. Does not make the second. Akuga with the rebound. Thought about it, though. As Johnson. Dominique passes outside to Akuga, puts Wilson in the air, and dishes outside to Jones,
nice.
And then to Armstrong.
Running out of time, though.
Turns, Dixon Green, he floats it, but a rebound. Walker gets that rebound.
Chef held it a little too long.
Yeah, was baking for the entire evening. Shane Wilson tried to lay it in, was flying, gets his own rebound and puts it back for two more.
I think everybody gets scared when they see him going that high.
Well,
and for that long. He takes
Akuga
really long
takes
steps.
a three. And let me hear what you were have to say after this. He takes a really what?
Long steps.
Dixon Green, no look pass. This to Wilson. And certainly working on the rim is LaShane Wilson. 2 more points.
Suddenly the Waves have opened up. What looks like a nice lead.
Well, 53-39 is a nice lead. Timeout taken, though. But the Waves certainly came out strong in this third quarter.
Yes, they did. And they, as I said, I'm expecting a little bit more from them as they have a little bit more to try and go for in staying ahead and trying to stay as close to the top as possible, because right now they are one of two as the two top teams, the Horizon and themselves. Yeah. And whatever advantage they can take to get over that, they're going to do that. That's why they're using more players. That's why they're using more rotations to try and get everybody more acclimatized and more comfortable. So when next they meet the Waves, it's going to be ding-dong battle.
A ding-dong battle. No, I'm working with it, though. There's a Coach Brown trying to lift the spirit of his team, the Storm.
Well, they cannot be down about what they've been doing so far. Yes, we would have expected, or we would want them to be a little bit more, but with efforts from players like Dominique, B-Dot, Royal, Akuga, they're doing what they're doing, and it's nothing to hang your head about. They just need to dig in, play a little bit more on the defensive end, and get their offense back to where it was at the start of this game. That 1-2 dish give and go, especially between Jones and Dominic, they need to get back to those plays.
Indeed. Armstrong bounce pass into Dominic, trying to back it in, though, but met by the force of Walker. In the meantime, Berhanen, another alley-oop to the big man, the flying man, I should say, LaShane Wilson, on his second attempt, that's banking it home.
Using the advantage of both height and leaping ability. They're just going over the top and taking advantage at the back.
Cutting inside, Armstrong dishing off to Dominique, and can't answer with that reverse layup.
He's not getting it easy like he did before, because he's now getting it, and then he's going to get double teamed, and he has to fight his way through the double team. When they were doing the give and go, it would be in, the double team came when he gave it back out, the defense would come off of him, and then the ball could be dumped back down. He would have one player to beat.
One player or not, it's going to be Waves' ball. The man that you say is not too tall, Dixon Green, lab possession, Akade inside, Berhanen.
They should take advantage of that because Jones is...
Dixon Green, shot clock violation.
Shot clock violation.
Not looking on the clock.
Oh, he's not happy.
He's upset. He's upset, though.
So what usually happens on the floor, the bench is usually assisting with watching the time.
Yeah. Nobody was.
So there was no comments from the bench at all, and they were oblivious to the time winding down to where it was.
Johnson to Dominique, up against Walker, dishes outside. Armstrong for three. Rebounded by LaShane Wilson, that gave it away through the hands of Berhanen.
That's a little overpassing there.
Yeah. Was right beside him. Johnson again, then finding Armstrong for three. Sweet from Armstrong. Pull-up jumper from Akade. That's a heavy tip from Walker, who will shoot two as he was fouled. I think, though, that Johnson is a guilty person. Yes, he is.
Not wild, but hardworking.
I had to come off mic to laugh, though. Well, under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter in the first game of the doubleheader. The first will play fourth, and second will play third in the semifinals coming up on Friday. And right now, the third place team is on the court as Walker makes the first.
So you're saying one way or another, the Storm have already secured third place.
Yeah. You're smart individual, aren't you?
And then...
And this may be the matchup in the semifinals.
Okay.
Inside to O'Brien. Outside, top of the key to Royal. Armstrong puts the ball on the floor, then takes another three. So rim rebounded by Berhanen. Down court to the big man who's been fed not once, not twice, not three times, and he's sent to the line by O'Brien. He'll shoot two. That's Walker.
Walker has been working very steadily all game this game. And the thing is, I think it is that they're now, because the offense now has an opportunity to settle itself and set, now they're getting the ball to the open man. They're getting the open looks. They're getting the easy dishes inside and the lobs over the top to take advantage of the height of Walker, the leaping ability of Wilson. They're now getting those things happening because the offense is now more settled and working a little more cohesively.
And Walker misses both. The second was horrible. Johnson carries the ball up court for the Storm. Goes by Berhanen, pull-up jumper, it's short. And I thought, no, we're looking at the referee to see which way it will go. I think it'll go the way of the Storm.
That call was made by referee who?
Paolo Simpson. Let me not even mention, say a word after that, though. Johnson attacking the rim, gets the better of Walker. Came late, though. And
he came late.
And he banked it home.
Yes, he did.
Berhanen, double teamed.
The big man rolled.
Swings it to Dixie Green for three. And rebound inside. And we spoke about this in the video. Millis is back on the court, or is on the court for the first time this evening.
Yes, he is. And he had gotten injured about 2 games ago. Played very few minutes in the game past. And now here he is back on the floor.
That was a foul by Walker. Johnson holds up, sings it outside to Armstrong for three. Oh, the rebound by Brad. Oh, he loses the handle. Berhanen goes the other way. No look pass to Dixie Green. Turning around at Dixie Green. Royal going in for the steal. Dishes out on the right.
To Brown.
To Brown. Back to Dixie Green for three. But a rebound by O'Brien. Millis for three. Oh, that was an air ball to Royal, but O'Brien is there using his strength.
Ooh.
But rebounded by Walker.
Did you see Royal?
I saw him poked away,
Going
but still
hard against Walker.
Yeah. Verhanen. Double teamed, bounce pass to Walker, and then
Nice.
a two-handed jam from Wilson from
Very
the pass
nice.
from Walker.
Very nice. Walker with good eyesight, good hand-eye coordination, made that pass right over the top. And Wilson making no mistake with the finish.
Johnson changed direction and
Deflected
inside.
by Walker.
Indeed. Verhanen digs the green for three. Rebounded by Wilson. Can't finish. Fighting under the rim was Wilson.
Wilson coming alive in this third quarter.
Royal skipping past one. Can't finish though. But Millis finishes, tipping in off the glass. Brown. Verhanen receiving the pass from Wilson. Verhanen turns, holds the play for three. Oh, can't finish, but the rebound by Armstrong. Under 4 minutes to go, pull up three from Armstrong. Wilson wins the play. Verhanen. Seems like they're in a rush though. No look pass. Finding Brown. Dishing back to Verhanen, top of the key.
Way to settle and wait, set the offense back.
Well, he puts, split in the defense, swings it to Brown for three. In and out, rebounded by Wilson. Back to Verhanen for three. And he makes it sweet and dandy.
Not a chef, but that was certainly a sweet, sweet dish.
Johnson. Trying to go around Verhanen, dishes outside. And, Armstrong. Verhanen to Dix the green. I was mocked by Millis. Oh, he went into an alley a short while ago. That was a dark alley.
He flew into the storm.
And foul going the other way. But seems like Walker not liking the call, though.
Walker is not happy with that call.
So referee Herbert is there with the ball under his arm. A lot of chirping on the basketball court.
Coach Robinson gives Walker a breather.
Parks now being introduced in the number 12 in the white shirt. If you're just joining our coverage, Elite One Carbon Basketball League, this is day 6. The final round in the regulation. The next set of games will be semifinals with the 4 teams on hand. The first play 4th, second play 3rd.
You take a look. Well, not only is a chef, he's also good with the mop too.
And you're making some assessment from 5 miles out. But that's good though.
Well, he looks like he did a pretty good job.
He could have missed a spot. You don't know.
I'm not seeing any glare there.
No, you're not. O'Brien with the first. And Royal stepping in early.
Royal thought it was live after that shot. But now it's live after this shot. So.
Oh, wow. Wow, that went close to the net.
He was trying to lob it over to Royal. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there.
Well, he's not happy at all. O'Brien, a big man, who works hard under the rim.
Not happy, but he just goes to the bench.
Well, Forbes carries the ball up court, though. But he needs a rest. He needs a breather. So O'Brien inside to Verhanen. trying to back in Armstrong. Turnaround jumper from Berhanen. Does not make it. A rebound. Armstrong. Bounce pass going forward. Jefferson Bay. Can't make it. Royal with the rebound. That was Brown, pardon me, not Royal. Then Millis for 3. And that was an air ball if you ever saw one.
Wow.
No look pass under the Parks. High off the glass.
Too hard off the glass. Parks expected them to come at him, but no one did.
No, not at all. Dominique turning. Finding Brown. Finding Royal, pardon me. Oh, banked it home.
Royal. He gets his steps going before he starts running. He
Yeah.
has this little hop skip before he actually makes his move. Could make him predictable, but he got away with it there.
Yes, he did. Oh, foul by Millis.
I'm willing to bet Wilson was going to go for a dunk just now.
You're willing to bet?
I'm willing to bet.
Okay.
If you get a chance to speak to him, I think you should ask him about that.
If he was going for the dunk?
He was going for the dunk.
I don't know if he was going for a dunk. But maybe he was, though.
Well,
But I'll leave it to the I don't know category or department. So the mops will be out again.
well, Berhanen is trying to get at it, but the mop on that side isn't working. Oh, he put it
So-
together.
Oh, okay. Well, you're not seeing it on your screen right now, but there is a gentleman who was mopping the other end that was done so great
By Armstrong.
by Armstrong. So said CC. But
Well-
he came to mop over the same area.
No, it wasn't the same area.
It was in the same area.
No, it wasn't.
Same vicinity.
Okay.
Yeah. I was going to ask you something, but choose not to.
But then
Have you ever read a report? Whatever report it was, the same vicinity where the incident happened?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
that's what it is.
It was close by, but not the same.
Wilson making the first and the second. So LaShane Wilson has been dynamic this evening for the Waves. 63-49 the score. Dominique dishes. Armstrong for 3, top of the key.
Nice.
He certainly landed on the strip. Berhanen. Oh, brilliant block that was by Royal. Ball will swing to the big man Jefferson Bay, and who backed it home. So trying to cut the deficit somewhat. 12. Berhanen, jumper, and ball turned out is going to be end of the third quarter, and the lead is a 63-54. That is the lead at the present time.
That's the lead at the present time because, of course, the Waves are enjoying the better flow of play in this quarter. If we are to give the tale of the tape, so far, the Waves have won each round.
I'm going to agree with that, though, but the latter stages of this third quarter, I thought, though, that the Storm came into their own with the inclusion of Millis.
They did look a little better. Let's see what happens at the beginning of the next quarter.
There you see Walker on your screen. Did not like one of the calls, though, and was asked to rest right away by the coach Robinson.
Well, what you're going to see happening is the coaches are going to try and keep the temperature, as in the tempers and everything from flaring or getting out of hand. Walker was obviously upset about the call, whatever it was, and he was having words with the referee about it. So the coach, wisely trying to manage the situation, told Walker, come on, let's take a breather on the bench and let's talk about it here.
Yeah. Coach Brown on the other end of this for the Storm, just being very animated and trying to, well, I thought though he did a good job in that third quarter. Jefferson Bay included, Millis also included in that third quarter. We did not see Jones, who was a starting point guard. Royal was introduced. What he has on his court are energy players. Jefferson Bay, energy player. Royal, energy player. Millis, energy player.
Agreed, absolutely.
They're fighters. There you see Armstrong having a word. He wears a number 5 jersey. Royal to his right and Dominique to his left. Millis and then you have Jefferson Bay in between. So those are strong fighters who don't give up. Maybe they're not fluent, they don't have the right technique, but they're going to give you everything to the bitter end.
That's the 5 most active or energetic, as you say, players that could be molded as a team for the team so far based on their roster.
Yeah.
In terms of putting points on the board, at this point, I'd have to go more with
Waves?
With Arms. Well, I'm talking about the actual Storms team.
Mm-hmm.
So Armstrong is a scorer. Dominic is a little bit behind him in terms of getting points on the board. But after that, they don't really have any.
Every now and again, Millis can hit a 3, though.
Yeah, but they don't have that many. I mean, Jefferson Bay we would expect to come up as well, yes. But they don't have prolific scorers on the floor right now.
So a little bit of confusion there as Akadi was going over the other end. So will be Waves ball. Forbes accepts the ball from referee
Herbert.
Berhanen swings it out to Akade for 3. Oh,
Nice.
Sweet and a dandy from Akade with high knee lifts.
With the
The backpedaling with high knee lifts is a very difficult thing to do.
Have you ever tried it?
Yes, I have. Maybe that was 25 years ago. Dominique skips by Walker, can't finish. We told you before about the fight. That was from Jefferson Bay. Akade swings to Berhanen.
Nice.
Thought of a 3, backed out. Then inside to Forbes. Swings to the left-hand side for 3. And hits the rim. Armstrong. Not short.
He's only hit 2 tonight.
Akade going around 1, dishes outside to Wilson. Back to Akade. Berhanen. Forbes skips and dances around the player, but can't finish. I was about to say skip to Malou.
And Lou, he did. He Lou.
Dominique finishing strong over Walker.
And there you have, like I said, in terms of putting points on the board, it's going to be between Dominique, Jefferson Bay, and Armstrong to a lesser extent. Jefferson Bay, and then Royal may chip in a few, and Millis randomly. So they're going to have to rely heavily on their quickness on defense to try and get themselves some open looks.
Akade landing the 3 in this 4th quarter. His 2nd bucket of the quarter. Foul on Akade as Armstrong was driving. Had his head down, though. Don't take it to the side.
Did, but
so Cougar being asked to come in. Millis being rested. Also coming in is Johnson. And going out is Royal. This for the Storm.
okay, so they have a little bit more in the points department now with Johnson. And a Cougar giving you an occasional 2 points and 3. He has made some strangely beneficial 3s.
Strangely.
Yeah. So they stay with Jefferson Bay and Dominique as the big man.
So the ball swung now to Armstrong. Dishes on the other side. Johnson puts the ball on the floor. Oh, stop. That was a handbrake stop. This from Johnson and a jumper to put the icing on the cake.
I did say he's there for his scoring prolific.
You did say that, though.
Okay.
Makes you look like a genius.
It
Wilson
does.
spinning and finishing.
There's a player who has some confidence right now. A far cry from how he finished the last game.
Dominique can't finish.
Well, he was challenged by Walker, so he didn't have an easy time at all.
Wilson danced his way to the rim, coast to coast. Can you ask for more from the Shane Wilson?
No, you can't, and he's probably the high hand, the hot hand for the team right now with 22 points.
This is out for 3. Okuga
Nice.
answering with 3.
That's one of those strange 3s.
Oh, come on.
He's made a couple of those, but he doesn't take them very often.
Shane Wilson attacking
Doesn't
the
take
rim.
a lot, and sometimes not on
Jefferson
target.
Bay, and let me cut you here. And Wilson. And you were saying a while ago, though, because the movement from Shane Wilson had me, I thought you would have actually tried to go for the dunk.
No, not this time. He just needed to finish with 2 points.
Just needed to.
He just wanted to get to the hoop. And even though you see the kind of scoring from the Waves at this point, they're only ahead by 12 points with 8 minutes of basketball left to play. If the Storm can get it together, they could make this game a little bit more difficult for the Waves. They're just not finishing right now.
Well,
Referee Paolo
Simpson. Let's call referee S. PS.
PS?
PS. How to say that slow. Dominic. Going up against Walker. Oh, floater from Dominic, can't finish. Rebounded by Akade. Referee has stopped.
Shot, the time clock had to be reset.
So you have referee in front of you. Ted, they call him. Where would Ted come from?
Well, I think it's an easier way of saying Edward. You don't want to call him Ed.
Why not?
I don't know.
Ted Marshall. Is that another name, though? Like, you have different names for different names?
Yeah.
So that's a correct name?
I don't
Ted
think
for
so.
Ed.
No, I don't think so. I think Ted is short for Theodore or Teddy.
Dixie Green, a lob inside to the big man Walker, who banks it home. He's a financial wizard. A
Nice
steal by Berhanen, finding Dixie Green, and he lays it in off the glass. 2 more points going the way of the Waves.
The connection of the dynamic duo right there.
Green, 8 points on the night, 4 boards and 4 assists. Turning is the big man Dominique Akuga for 3, and that's an air ball. Then you have Armstrong for 3, but it went outside off the hands of Johnson. So it will be
2 big men having a laugh right there.
Dominique disappointed that it went outside. Hanging his head, Dominique. The ball floated down, looking for the run of who?
Akade.
And that was over his right hand. That was sailed down like a Hail Mary.
That was a nightmarish pass, really. I'd have been scared if I saw it, because there's no way he could have gotten to it.
If a pass is going to scare you from one end of the court to the next,
but there's no way he could have gotten to it. It was like way off.
Johnson came off Johnson's boot, though. Would go the other way, would go the way. It was good defensive work, this from Walker. You're seeing your screen, big man Walker is finishing strong, though.
Not surprisingly, but quite agile for his size.
Walker?
At 7 feet, he moves quite well. He moves like a guard sometimes. Sometimes. He says nothing.
What should I say to that, though?
There he is.
Then I'm wondering if we're watching the same game.
The 7-footer wearing like number 7.
I know that's Walker, but I'm saying to you, he says he moves like a guard.
The way he moves his feet.
A guard like at a prison camp, and after that guard.
No.
A guard on the court.
The way he moves his feet.
A point guard.
The way he moves his feet in defense and gets to the space ahead of the offensive player.
Yeah.
It's quick and nimble.
It's experience more so than quickness and nimbleness, as you want to point out.
We could call it that, yes.
We could call it experience.
We could call it that.
Yeah, but you're going to call it a guard-like move. Oh, my word. What's happening here? I'm talking about who's beside me, though. So you're not missing any action, though. So they have fixed the problem. Let's hope they get things on the way. 7-7, 6-1. Cardi goes by Armstrong, dishes out, and he's like Sunday morning. Thomas gets a 2. Cougar for 3. Now he buries it.
That's 2 for a Cougar.
That's sweet and dandy. Wilson dancing around a Cougar and finishing.
He's having himself a high point night tonight, is Mr. Wilson.
Put up 3 from Armstrong. Can't make it. Dixon Green taken away from Dixon Green by the big man, Dominique, who banks it home for the Storm. Under 7 minutes to go to complete this first game of 2. Almost slipping, though, was Berhanen. Wilson thought about a 3, but he puts it on the floor, trying to go around a Cougar, gets its own rebound.
Wow. All kind of confidence here.
Hits home. Armstrong.
So the Storm have now gone flat, especially on defense.
Armstrong had nowhere to go but to attack the rim, and he did that. Just laid it in.
Found some daylight. But they've now gone flat on defense.
You're talking about the Storm.
Yeah.
Berhanen looking on Thomas, the number 33 jersey. Been brought in for the first time. Scored earlier on, and he missed all ends up. Meantime, a Cougar for 3. Does not make it, though. Rebounded by Berhanen. Puts it down court, puts it down to Walker. Wilson, pardon me, was looking for the movement of Wilson. He likes to move for him to collect and go towards the rim in one motion.
Can I call that another nightmare?
Yes, you can call it nightmare, not on Elm Street, though. In the arena.
Okay.
Does that? Can I give some backup music to that?
I'm not sure what the rhythm would be.
I could give you, though.
No, that's okay.
I know.
It's okay. Really.
Armstrong bounce pass inside to Dominique, trying to get the better of Thomas. He goes around Thomas, trying to reverse layup, can't finish. Akade.
He continues to work hard. Did it in the last game and is still doing it right now, although he's not able to complete and connect on the shots.
Oh, no look pass to Wilson, who can't hold on. Armstrong behind him. Jones, a swings to Johnson. A Cougar for another 3. They attempt the rim and almost tipped in by Armstrong, and the ball thrown away. Oh my word. Open court.
Okay.
Wilson threw it away.
Misconnection.
Look at the bottom of your screen and you see the coach Robinson, and look on the shape of his face. He doesn't look happy at all. He has not said anything to the players coming off the court.
What do you say?
What? They threw away the ball at least 2 or 3 times?
3 times.
Yeah. He must be mad. You said hot under the collar? Steaming hot? He is not even looking at his players.
I don't know. I guess the question would be, what were they thinking?
Well, he's taking his sweet time to calm down before he says anything.
He doesn't have to say anything. These are experienced players. They know what they did wrong. They know what happened. He almost literally doesn't need to tell them.
No board coming out, no sitting down. He's telling them to think. He's hot. He's steamed.
Now, exactly what I saw him say there, I did a bit of lip reading. He said, relax and play the game.
So that's not hot under the collar, though. That's burning him. Burning the shirt.
Well, And while they're happy, and we like when the players are in this mode of energized happiness, forward movement, you still need to be conscious and still do the right thing, make wise choices, make wise decisions.
Referee Herbert in your screen, on your screen, part of in your vision.
It's still only a 16-point lead.
Yeah, with under 5 minutes to go. A lot of time left. Johnson. Start off for the Storm. Jumper for Johnson. In and out. Rebounded under the rim by Jones. Dishing to Akuga. And I thought he lost the handle. Don't know what he was trying to convince referee Ted or Edward Marshall. Mr. Marshall in his calm way to say that we're going up the court.
Enough said.
Running down the clock, taking his sweet time, attacking the rim, off the glass, banking in.
Just take it straight down the lane.
11 points. Johnson attacking from coast to coast. He's fouled, and a chance for a three-point play.
That move is there almost every time if they're able to keep their eyes on the...
You said the defense collapsed earlier on from the Storm. What was that from the Waves?
That was a failure? I don't know. What would you call it?
I don't know what to call it, though. As Johnson takes it. Oh, he gets it back, and it's ended up to be a four-point play.
There is a collapse right now.
Wow.
And this is what Coach Robinson was trying to avoid.
Arcade being double-teamed. Thomas, oh, seemed like he has some jelly on his hand, and a block from behind by Berhanen.
He's called for the foul, though.
It's Waves' ball.
What happened?
A turnover.
68-86.
So Berhanen carries the ball up court. Dances, lost the handle. What's happening here with the Waves? Coach Robinson is not even looking on the court. He's going to calm down very soon. Berhanen losing the handle. Akadi being double-teamed, almost lost it. Thomas went through the hands of Thomas.
Referee Herbert at the table, they're trying to manage something on the clock because I believe there might be a challenge with the score. The actual score that's supposed to be up on the board is not there just now.
Well, there you see some of the scorers at the desk, the officials at the desk, and referee Herbert just speaking to Coach Brown of...
So our amazing production team was right on point and able to assist them. That's M1 Productions. We have the score right on the screen. It's 86-74 in favor of the Waves.
86 what?
74.
Okay. I'm proud of you. Dixon Green. This is it for three. Carter can't answer. Rebounded by Johnson. It goes off to the races. Johnson pull-up jumper. And he buries it. Last 6 points coming off the hands of Johnson.
Johnson not wanting to go away quietly. 24 points, 3 rebounds, 4 steals. That shows you the kind of defense.
A steal by Akuga. He goes towards the rim and finishes off the glass.
Nice.
So now, an 8. I'm looking on. Is that timeout called? I mean, some challenges here. $78 or $79.
It's 78.
So Brown is referee. 78. Brown is acquiring the score. There was some trouble with the board earlier on. I was just having a word at the officials' table. Now, referee
Coach
Marshall.
Brown not happy. Coach Brown is saying we're going to have problems if this happens again, or this happened before. So now we're having some challenges.
So that's making sure the score is correct. And the board now has 86-78. And you mentioned before about the production team, M1 Production, doing great job here. And even assisting when they can.
Yes, indeed.
Dixie Green cuts inside. Oh, he has a turnover, and they've given it right back. Berhana, no-look pass to Forbes with the right hand. That's Akade, pardon me, not Forbes.
Akade with the finish.
Johnson thinks about a three. Puts it up there. Can't the rebound, or should I say Dominic can't finish. Berhanen dancing, dishes off, and blocked by Akuga on Akade.
Too many storms around him. Wasn't able to get the shot off.
It will be Waves ball.
Just a 10-point lead.
Oh, it's deflected and stolen by Akuga. Dishes on to Armstrong, who banks it home.
Very nice, very smart heads-up play.
Sloppy play there as Wilson carries the ball up court. Oh, down to the man that they call, what? Akade, who is fouled by Dominique. He'll shoot two.
Wow.
Well, that was a brilliant pass from LaShade Wilson.
Yes, it was.
And I was about to say, why he's handing the ball? Should you have persons there like Berhanen and Dixon Green were better ball handlers? But he proved me wrong.
Well, he had the move ahead. He was already ahead. Berhanen was behind. Only thing he could do was to just move forward.
Two from the line, makes the first, Akade. Does not make the second. Armstrong comes away with it. And the whistle went, though. So timeout was called after the miss of the second.
Again.
And referee Herbert is having a word with some of the officials at the board.
Seems to be they're going to reset the scoreboard completely. Shut it down and restart it.
And Coach Brown having a word with his players on the court.
There you see they're trying to get it restarted.
So what is happening, although it may disappear from the board, they do the score manually also. So the score is on the board, but it's also done manually. $89-80. Jones will have the ball to inbound. Robinson is being very vocal.
He's asking for defense. He saw his 16-point lead turn to 9.
Dominic Johnson. A jumper from Johnson. Oh, that's a wild ball. Dixie Green comes up with it. Jones trying to hold him off defensively. Dixie Green just running some time off the clock though. Trying to go around Armstrong, pull up jumper, and he makes it.
Even with the bump.
Oh, that's a huge bump though. That's one of those bumps you want to get off your face right away. A three-pointer from Armstrong, rebounded inside by Johnson. Lays it off, top of the key to Jones for three,
and
who makes it.
Woo! Very timely, well placed three-pointer that they needed.
So under a minute to go to complete the matchup, going for the steal was Johnson. Berhana, no look pass this to Wilson, and they've waved off the basket because he stepped on the line, and a turnover from the Waves, and the Storm will get possession. Storm's ball.
Well, let's see what happens.
Well, we're seeing Jones to Armstrong for 3. That was flat. Dominique will think of a 3, but Akuga is there for 3,
Oh, yes.
and he makes it. Akuga with some tall steps after scoring that 3. 86-91.
Oh, and a steal!
Armstrong goes to the rim and can't finish. Dominique is there, swings it outside to Johnson for 3, does not make it. And then Jones goes up for 3, and the rim, and the rebound now by Wilson.
Wow, what an interesting turn of play. Akuga with a swat!
But Carter gets it back.
Rejected again!
He blocks it not once but twice. Akuga on Akane. Oh, you're looking at Akuga now. What good defensive play from this young man. Was fighting about 3 threes so far this evening.
Oh, yes. And it's a non-shooting foul, so they will get it on the baseline.
Well, the shot clock is turned off. 11.5 seconds left in the game. A technical is called on Walker.
Ooh.
So there, Coach Robinson having a word with Berhanen. But Walker was saying something on the court, though. And I saw, though, that Coach...
Well, a lot of things happened. A lot of things happened. Coach Ron Robinson was actually calling for a timeout. The referee was about to indicate, yes, you got the timeout. And at the same time, the second referee was calling the technical foul against Walker. So we don't know what was said by Walker that would cause them to initiate a technical foul. So now what happens, they're going to be shooting it from the line, and they're going to get possession again. And we're only at a point of a 5-point deficit. If he makes the free throws, if they make the free throws, they get the ball to inbound. They're only down by 3. And we have seen that Akuga has come alive with those threes. We have B-Dot still out there, still a threat, who can make threes. So we could see an overtime, possibly a lucky win from the Storm right now.
Well, Armstrong will shoot the technical. Trying to chip away at the lead with 11 seconds to go. And he makes it. So now it's a 4-point game.
So he got 1 shot.
They call the technical. It will be. It's called the technical, so it's going to be Wade's ball nevertheless. So Berhanen, pass deflected out, said it will be Wade's ball again. And you see that Walker is still talking on the court. Coach Robinson having a word. Walker, a foul on Walker. Gonna shoot 2, and over the limit. So the score still stands at 91-87. 7.6 seconds left in the game.
So it was a double technical? They shot 1 shot, and the ball went back to the Waves.
No, they're not over the limit. I thought they were. Berhanen picks up the pass from Akade. He's fouled. So it will be Waves ball once again. And look at how much time has run off the clock.
Not a lot, just about a second or 2.
Yeah, 6.1.
Berhanen with a quiet night, but I do believe he might be playing injured.
Are you calling injury on the young man?
I'm not calling injury on him, but he just doesn't look, he's moving gingerly. He isn't moving like he used to move in the last few games.
Well, let's
and
see.
he does favor the leg every now and again.
So I'm
which
looking at the
does
left
look
leg.
bandaged if you look at it from here.
Oh, they're still not over the limit, though. Berhanen thought they were. A card in. And the cameramen were showing us the color socks. And another foul, though. They should be over the limit now.
Again,
no,
just
not.
about a second off the clock.
The 5.2 seconds to go. And it's fouled. This by a Cougar. That's a big man, Walker. So take it to the side once again as more time comes off the clock.
Another
4 seconds to go. Let's see what happens here. And Berhanen is fouled by Dominique, and at least 1.1 second left in the game. So you can call it what you may. The Waves winning this matchup this afternoon, not just yet, with a second to go to complete the victory. As Coach Robinson telling his players to calm down.
What is egging on Coach Robinson?
I think it's from the side. So this is where it will be completed. And that's it. And the Waves winning 91-87 over the Storm to finish with 5 wins from 6 games, the preliminary round. And they lead at the present time in terms of wins. They're in the #1 position as it stands over the horizon who plays next. Your thoughts on this matchup?
A very good match, very solidly played by the Waves. They looked good going down the line. Did lose focus, but certainly not too much, and they weren't too bothered by it, by the rush and surge that came on from the Storm. But their big man got back involved, as light as you might consider him, but he got involved, he did his thing. Berhanen was noticeably absent tonight, but the bulk of the scoring came from Lushane Wilson. Lushane Wilson being the hot hand, doing what he needed to do in movement without the ball, and then cutting and getting drives through the lane. Unfortunately, the Storm weren't able to hold off this Waves rush, and they did their best. They played like a team that can do more and should come out the better on the next game that they play if they continue on the trend that they're on right now.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly there, my good friend. And on that note, we depart from the National Arena for some minutes or so because we're going to get ready for the second game coming up. But in the meantime, it's going to be the Waves playing the Storm in terms of they played the Storm and they won that matchup 97 to what? 91 to 87, pardon me, in that matchup, the first game of a doubleheader. Elite One Caribbean Basketball League, the winter season. Sean Grant and CC along with the M1 crew right here. We'll be back for the second game on hand. It's who? The Horizon and the
Horizon versus the Rivers.
And the person have asked the question, has the Rivers dried up? They have yet to get a win. But we look at that in our pregame.